Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Let's Make Dinner, your audio library of amazing dinner recipes you can always get on the table. I'm your host, Susie Weinrich. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are back again for another wonderful dinner recipe that I hope that you will try this summer. We are making a roasted cherry tomato pasta that is perfect for all of those delicious summer tomatoes. Okay, just a couple tips and tricks for this recipe today. The first one is you're going to use pasta and you're going to need to boil water and cook your pasta. Best tip, kitchen tip, please, always salt your pasta water. You want your pasta water to actually taste like seawater. So if you've tasted the ocean a little bit, it should taste pretty salty before you put your pasta in. That is your one chance to actually flavor the pasta. So it will absorb some of that salty water and be super delicious. The other ingredient is your extra virgin olive oil. You want to make sure that you're using an extra virgin olive oil because that's the one that has a lot of flavor. Regular olive oil is basically flavorless. So use that extra virgin olive oil and it imparts such a nice flavor to the pasta. It's a huge part of the sauce for this pasta. The last ingredient that I want to talk about are the garlic cloves. So it calls for 4 garlic cloves. And what I recommend here, not mincing, chopping, or pressing your garlic, I recommend very thinly slicing the garlic. It makes such a delicious garlic flavor in this dish. And then you get little pockets of garlic. Those are all of the tips and tricks that I have for this recipe. Everything else is pretty much straightforward, and it's a very, very simple recipe. So let's go ahead and get into making your roasted cherry tomato pasta that's perfect for all of your summer tomatoes. You're going to start by cooking 1 pound of either spaghetti or like a spaghettini, which is basically just angel hair pasta. So start with that in salted water, like we said. Once that's cooked, go ahead and drain that, and you can just save that for the sauce. Now for the sauce, in a large skillet over medium-low heat, you're going to add about a half a cup of really good extra virgin olive oil. Let that warm up. And then you're going to add about 1.5 to 2 pounds of cherry or grape tomatoes. And you don't have to cut them here, just pop them in whole. The one thing I will tell you is that as these cherry tomatoes start to warm up, they may pop and burst. So it's great to have a lid nearby so that you can pop it on once they start popping. You'll let those kind of warm in the pan, just stirring occasionally for about 15 minutes. What I recommend here is for the last 5 minutes, take a wooden spoon and just kind of lightly press on those tomatoes and they'll start to release their juice into the oil and it makes this delicious sauce. Also for that last 5 minutes, you want to add 4 thinly sliced garlic cloves and let that simmer for that last 5 minutes. You're going to go ahead and take that off the heat and stir in 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Give that a really good stir, and then you can add the pasta to that sauce and just give it a really nice toss. You can add in a little bit of fresh torn basil, maybe some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Toss that up, and then put it into a large bowl for serving. Now, this is an optional part, but it's very delicious. In that now empty pan, you can add 1 tablespoon of butter and a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs and just brown them over, like low to medium heat until they're golden and they smell like toast. Then when you serve this roasted cherry tomato pasta, you can top it with a little bit of the toasted breadcrumbs and fresh grated Parmesan cheese and a little more basil. And it is so good. My mouth is watering. It is a wonderful summer dish. This also makes a great side dish. So if you're having like chicken Parmesan, pork Milanese, even chicken spadini, this would be an excellent side dish for any of those. And I will link all of those recipes for you right in the show notes. But like I said, it also makes a wonderful dinner. You could add a little Caesar salad on the side, maybe some garlic bread, All right, so that does it for this full recipe. Like I said before, I will link all of the recipes in the show notes so that you have access to the recipes and can make them for dinner when you're ready. So until next time, I hope this episode of Let's Make Dinner makes your dinner time a little easier. See ya. All right, guys, now it's time for your double dip. I'm so glad you stuck around and you can hear what we're making next week. If you want to make dinner with me next Thursday, we are making grilled barbecue pork tenderloin, and this is a knockout recipe. You are absolutely going to love it. Here's what I'll tell you though, you do want to marinate this ahead of time. I like to do it for about 24 hours, but you can marinate this pork tenderloin anywhere from 4 hours to 48 hours. So get it ready when you can, and then you can grill it up on Thursday. So here are the ingredients you need to make your grilled barbecue pork tenderloin. 2 pork tenderloins, extra virgin olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, and then a few spices from your spice cabinet. You'll need chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, kosher salt, ground cumin, and smoked paprika. Now, of course, you can use your favorite barbecue sauce that you love that you buy at the grocery store. But if you want to try your hand at making barbecue sauce yourself, you can absolutely do that. And I have a link to the recipe for homemade barbecue sauce that I will put in the show notes as well. For that, you're going to need butter, onion, garlic, ketchup, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, chili powder, smoked paprika, black pepper, kosher salt, and then maybe some hot sauce if you want to add that little high note and maybe a little bit of heat. So I hope you'll join me then and make dinner, especially because it's summer. If you're listening to this real time, it's summer. It's summer and you can get that grill out and grill up some delicious pork tenderloin. So until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead.